Hey guys, my name is Zidan Ramadhan, and I'm going to do final project of Intro to Literature. And today we're talking about melodrama and science fiction analysis. Introduction: two words of storytelling. The presentation explores two significant genres: melodrama and science fiction. Melodrama thrive on heightened emotions and moral polarization, while science fiction speculates on narrative the challenge of reality. We will analyze the distinct characteristic and cultural significance of each. Okay, now part one: the word of melodrama. Defining melodrama derived from the Greek for song drama. Melodrama combines music with performance, according to scholar in the world. It is defined by exaggerate emotions, clear-cut morality between good versus evil, sensational plot designed to evoke a strong emotional response. Alright, melodrama in action on a street cat named Desire. Streetcar named Desire. Conflict and fragility. Tennessee Williams' play uses the character Blanche Dubois to embody melodrama. Her struggle against the harsh reality, represented by Stanley Kowalski, create palpable tension. The conflict between Blanche is fragile illusions and Stanley is raw brutality. It generates a classic melodramatic effect, leading to her tragic downfall. Now, for the second one, the modern melodrama, like the perks of being wallflower. The internal turmoil. Stephen Kofsky's novel plays readers directly into the emotional world of his protagonist Charlie. Through letters, we witness his intense struggle with trauma, friendship, and mental health. The story uses melodramatic elements to underscore the psychological and emotional state of adolescence, culminating in a dramatic revelation about his past. Alright, so the part one is the part two is the universe of science fiction. Defining science fiction, often called speculative fiction, sci-fi explores imaginative narrative based on scientific principles. Author Isaac Asimov defined it as the branch of literature concerned with the impact of science on society and individual. It often involves hypothetical futures, advanced technology, and alien life and parallel universe. Now, for the example of sci-fi in action, like Blade Runner, dystopian future, where the Scottish film is set in a future where a Blade Runner hunts replicant bioengineered androids. It explores the ramifications of technology on what it means to be human. Philosophical questions. The film raises profound questions about identity, memory, and morality. The replicant quest for empathy and a longer life serve as a poignant commentary on artificial intelligence and humanity. Now for example number two, revolutionary sci-fi is The Matrix. questioning reality. The Wachowski's films follows Neo, a hacker who discovered that his reality is a simulation created by sentient machines. It served as a powerful allegory for control and freedom. Intellectual discourse by merging groundbreaking action with philosophical concepts from Descartes, and Baudrillard. The Matrix used sci-fi as a lens to interrogate the very nature of existence and unconscious and consciousness. Alright, for the genre intersection, melodrama focus on heightened emotions, moral polarization, psychological stakes. Now for science fiction, focus on speculative futures, technological impact, and philosophical dilemmas. As you can see on reflect human experience and captivate on it. Alright. For the conclusion for this topic, both melodrama and science fiction, through their unique narrative, strategies and themes, provide powerful ways to explore and reflect the complexities of the human experience, from the internal emotional world of melodrama to the vast speculative universe of sci-fi. This genre continues to resonate deeply with audience. Okay, now we're getting to part 2 for this project, is understanding literature intrinsic versus extrinsic analysis, a guide to deeper reading and interpretation. Okay, what is literary analysis? Literary analysis is a method used to understand how a text creates meaning. Instead of just reading at a surface level, it allows us to interpret themes, messages, and writing styles more deeply. There are two main approaches that act as lenses to view a word. The intrinsic approach, focusing on the text itself, and the extrinsic approach, considering outside influence. Together, they bridge the gap between text and context. Alright, the two lenses of intrinsic and extrinsic is, while different in focus, neither approach is more important than the other. The strongest interpretation often comes from combining both. Intrinsic analysis, this approach focuses entirely on the literary work itself, viewing it as a self-contained piece of art. The core idea is that everything needed for interpretation is found within the text, like focus or internal elements, analysis, plot, character, and theme, examines style, imagery, and symbolism. Motto: the text stands on its own. Extrinsic analysis, this approach evaluates a text through the lens of external factors. It assumes that literature is shaped by its environment and helps understand why a text was written. Its focus on external influence considers historical and social context, looks at the author biography and beliefs. Motto: the text is shaped by its context. Alright, in action, intrinsic analysis. Let's look at how internal elements shape our understanding in two beloved fantasy series like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter, an interesting analysis, reveals core theme of friendship, love, and the battle between good and evil. The character development of Harry, Ron, and Hermione shows their growth in loyalty and sacrifice. The narrative structure follows the classic hero's journey. Now, for the Lord of the Rings, the themes include the fight against tyranny, the endurance of hope, and the power of friendship. The plot follows not just external journey to destroy the ring, but the internal journeys of characters like Frodo and Sam as they grapple with their heavy burden. Now let's see how for in-action explicit analysis. Now let's see how external context adds new layers of meaning to the same story. For Harry Potter, an extrinsic look might consider the social political climate during its publication, connecting the theme of prejudice, like example, mud plots to real-world issues. It also examines the serious massive cultural impact on youth reading. The Lord of the Rings, on the other hand, we can investigate how J.R. Tolkien's experience in World War I shaped his depiction of the ravage of war and industrialization. The story's moral complexities can be viewed through the lens of early 20th century societal change. Now, the case study like Shakespeare's tragedy. Shakespeare's tragedy a powerful example of how expression element, how societal, spiritual, political landscape, and supernatural belief directly fuel character motivation and plot development, like this example like here. Okay. Expression force in Shakespeare's plays on his art, on his writing, like Othello. Societal racism and hierarchy in Venice create deep insecurities in Othello. A Morris general, Rago's manipulation play on these external pressure, leading to tragic jealousies. King Lear, the division of a kingdom based on a flattery ignites chaos, societal expectation of loyalty, and the consequence of ambition drive the betrayal by Lear's daughter and his descent into madness. Macbeth, the supernatural witch prophecies, and the political power struggles in Scotland ignite Macbeth's ambition. His choices are driven by this powerful external suggestion. Now for Hamlet, the corrupt political landscape of Denmark, marked by a close and scheming court, forced Hamlet his quest for revenge. The wake of filial duty and betrayal saved his every move. Now, for pivotal moments, evidence of tragedy, key line from each play reveal the core tragic conflict fueled by this external and internal force. Othello on jealousy, like this word. Oh, beware, my lord, of jealousy. This is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on. This capture the destructive force at the heart of the play. Now, King Lear on betrayal. how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have Tanger's child, where this cry reveals the pain of familial betrayal that triggers his downfall. Make based on fate, something wicked this way comes. The witch's chants ominously foreshadow Macbeth's ambition, fuel the mice, blending supernatural influence with personal choice. Hammered on indecision, to be or not to be, there is the question. Now, this line encapsulates the paralyzing existential conflict that defines Hamlet's tragic inability to act. Right. So the power of both lenses. The witch's literary interpretation comes from combining both approaches. Intrinsic analysis helps us to appreciate the text as a work of art, while extrinsic analysis connects it to the wider work. This dual vision allows us to see literature as a both creative masterpiece and a profound reflection of human experience. Yes, you can see on this sample right here. Alright, that's for today, and thank you guys.